Okay, so I missed the first half of whatever the hell was going on.
Yeah, I also was kind of, not paying attention. What happened last time?
Oh, don't worry. We can catch you up.
Yeah, let's do it. So, okay, we start talking about like what's happening, and then like according to Celeste, like something was going on,
It was around
and
like
just like
seven.
there was a Ruvo
Hifumi got
Justice.
attacked. Uh,
Oh right, when we
and
did
then
get
we
attacked,
to
and then
like
we
the
like
library. Somebody got attacked there. I think Hifumi did.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
and
but that
then
was
like
after
after
Celeste
that.
got stolen.
Oh yeah,
And then
we
we
heard
all went to the
screams, and
third
then we were
floor.
like, "What was wrong?" And then like,
And then
"Oh no,
Celeste
we
screamed
heard
again.
another scream." Yeah, and then it was you and Byakuya and Toko, and me and Celeste
Oh
and
yeah, and
Luna. We
Hifumi
both
was
went
fucking
different
dead. That was
ways.
crazy.
So was Ishimaru, and I was
What? I'm so
traumatized. I mean,
sorry for you.
Kyondo.
Oh, that's
I
awful. That's
Yeah,
really
and
hard
it's
for you,
even awful that
Makoto.
I fucking dead
Oh, hey,
named him.
there's
I
Celeste
feel
again.
so ashamed. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Oh shit.
and
Oh
then
no.
we found the bodies in the equipment room. Somehow Hifumi got there from
Yeah,
the
and the,
nurse's office. That was crazy.
and then we saw them die again. That was weird.
Huh?
I understand all of that completely.
Danganronpa.
Now then, to begin with,
We already know who did it.
was a. It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it. Hard to glean what they're trying to say. Are we sure Hiro really made these blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say?
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
Come on, I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway. So, Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro is innocent as well.
Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit? Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
And of course he passes off to me.
I love seeing her
Suspicious
squirm.
individual. In question. What? What did you just say? Huh? Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else who it could have been.
Excellent job under all the pressure there, Makoto.
But what?
Then we can no doubt Hiro is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit. So, what you're saying is... That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit. We must clarify the method of transportation for Kyondo's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse is moved using certain particular items.
They were a dolly and a tart, right?
Oh, you figured that one out so fast. It wasn't even a little bit of fun to toy if you want it.
What's with that attitude?
But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Kyondo's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. She raised an objection. How do you respond? There's no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Yay, I'm clueless. That's a good thing, right, Gary?
What do you mean? What do you mean a new element has been added? Oh, thank God.
Oh my god. So fucking lucky. Thank God we're not actually playing with the game mechanics. Oh my god, could you imagine?
Yes.
That would make this awful.
Hey, it's still awful.
No, I know, I've played it before. It's awful.
Oh, my PNG just got way lower quality there. It's not supposed to go at that angle.
I found the dolly in the repository. One of the wheels had a blood stain on it.
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you have to do is bend over. No, that's wrong. You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. When you're in that suit, not only can you not use your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
And you can't even see your feet? You really think that someone could kick the dolly all the way?
No, wait just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture I took? I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoka.
Oh, we didn't say anything that time? Okay, cool.
That sounds really complicated. Damn, guys. I'm really happy you all explained it for me, because... Oof, I wasn't there. Thanks, y'all.
No problem.
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. Now then, let's get started. Beginning with what happened to Kyondo. So, regarding Kyondo's death, I wonder if he died before Hifume, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
It's true that Hifume was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer number 4.
See, it's so obvious that Taka came after.
Haha, but we have his beautiful watch. It's the numbering.
I don't think it's any of the bullets I have, actually.
Oh.
We already know what order... No, that's wrong. Hold on. There's no reason to assume the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions. Alright, time to think of a slur.
No, Makoto! Holy shit. You couldn't think of a shorter word, girl?
No.
You couldn't just choose watch? Had to be wristwatch?
Yeah, well, I think about Kionda's wrist a whole lot. I gotta include his wrist and his watch.
Shit, you're so right about that.
I'd be a horrible girlfriend. Or I guess I already was a horrible girlfriend.
No.
Why couldn't I be like Hina and resurrect the dead? Kionda's wristwatch. See? Look, it broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
Then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning. But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifume. That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
You made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those Justice Hammers.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because, when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet. That may be true in the case of Kiondo's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together except for Hiro and Kyoko. Oh, I know. They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on. If that's true, where's the tape? I don't know. Don't just go making stuff up.
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
But to carry that much weight, from the first floor up to the third, in that short amount of time? Oh man, yeah, there's no way. It'd be impossible.
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make that impossible possible?
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself, yo, kind of a new banger. But also, yeah, why totally, I'm stupid. The dude was all, you know, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Huh? Also, yeah, this is a banger. The dead body ain't moved on its own? No, not another ghost! I can't take it anymore, man!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality, he was still alive. Okay, and that's the reason that the body announcement, there wasn't two back-to-back, because he didn't actually die until... Yep, fuck. Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's actually a chance he was still alive? No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt. And you know that how? Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us? Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made. Are we really sure about that? Maybe that announcement was to intend somebody... Left click.
Yeah, you can always press control to fast forward if you want.
Oh, shit.
I just never mentioned it.
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us? Hifumi's dead body had...
No, that's wrong! What was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe, but it was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement. First of all, if two bodies have been found, there really should have been two announcements. Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one? What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment? Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
The second time was when...
No. Come on, man. Put it together.
There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know. Because he was super good at playing dead. Bada bing, bada boom. That is the worst logic I've ever heard.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository. But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, something, how it was positioned, there was no notable difference. Then, was he really still alive? Of course not. Isn't possible. This is ridiculous. There was no notable...
No, that's wrong. In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. When we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can. One look at the blood stain on the cloth should make things clear.
I see your point, and the only person here who wears glasses are... I would be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that. A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
That's disgusting. There's no question it belongs to Hifumi.
I also use Byakuya's underwear when he isn't looking.
That's even more disgusting.
So, let's assume Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead, then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. And he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
The one who moved Kyando's body was...
Sakura!
Kyando himself. He's still alive!
I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Alright. Go piss, girl. We're in the middle of the trial, though.
I'm sure Monokuma will wait.
Death! Are you back?
Oh no! Oh no! Monokuma just decided to off everyone. No! While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Kyando's body. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants. If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you? A hidden note? That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants. What? In his...
Pants? Yes. His pants?
Thank you for being normal about this, Sakura. You're the goat.
Nah. Yeah, and you're the puppy.
Bah! Wait. Oh, that's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got. It's not the same? Killer used this note to draw out Kyanda and murder him.
Hello, over here. Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy.
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka, and Taka is Kyanda, and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Yeah. Why must you ruin it every time? Oh, God. Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy. I remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet? 6 a.m., I believe. The time doesn't matter. The note has nothing to do with TikTok. Yeah.
No, that's wrong. The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time that Kyondo was murdered. But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it? Hifumi stole it off Kyonda's corpse after he died. When I searched Kyonda's body, I saw his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. I'm right about this. The sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it. It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Taka died clutching the note. Fumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right? Yeah. Good job, Sakura. Here's...
Have a cookie.
Oh. Yeah. I was gonna get her, like, tea or something. You like that, right, Sakura? Yeah, that'd be pretty dope. Okay, cool.
No, the cookie is filled with protein.
Oh, I do like myself a good protein cookie. Thanks, Makoto.
A tea is a good way to drink it all down, because protein can get a little bit dry. So thank you, Kyoko.
Oh, so true.
We worked to...
Hey, can you all shut up? I'm trying to aura farm and be cool here. That means Hifumi knew more. The note was important. Excuse me? We were having a moment? Exactly, which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Wow, I can't believe how Kyoko just aura farmed. That was so cool.
Oh, God.
She knew exactly the answers. Yippee!
Hey, I thought, oh, God. Jill, I'm cool, right? Oh, no, Kyoko is pretty cool right there.
He was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive. When we found him in the repository, Fumi was truly and completely dead. Second body discovery announcement proves that.
He was killed in the repository, so he must have been killed not long after transporting Kyondo's body. So, he must have been killed after Kyondo's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too, but there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi. So, if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it.
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight. Got any weed? I'm getting sober.
You seem to only have my methamphetamine.
Oh, give me that shit!
Here you go,
Finally!
Blaze it up.
Oh, God. I gotta get rid of that brain cell. I can't be competent. The weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi.
The clean hammer. What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4? Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it? Sounds like Justice Hammer 5 is about to make an appearance. Check out the murdergear.com. Hammer time for more information.
Well, one thing's pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers. That's about it.
Phew. Thanks, Hero, for making sure there's a contradiction there at the end.
Oh, no problem. Now that I got methamphetamines, I'm no longer competent. No, that's wrong. You were never competent to begin with. Well, shit, he's right. She's right. Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris, but for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off.
So, Hifumi moved Kiondo's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. The one that betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out the murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not? Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rules hold true, it's simply impossible that two people work together on this. That is how the rules were explained to us. But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders. Give me my bullet.
Wow, Gary's so smart and beautiful. She's so cute. And amazing. I wish she'd go out with a person like me. No, that's wrong!
What the fuck were you talking about? Wait, what? Holy shit. Okay, well, I thought you were just flirting with Giri.
Sorry. I had a autism moment where I realized that something was wrong after I was thinking about another thing. Anyways.
Oh, you have those too? Huh.
Yes.
Wow.
Gary, I'm also neurodivergent.
Huh? What? No. I'm really good at hiding my feelings. It's not just something I do by default.
Anyways, since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
If there had only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together, the reward that balances out the risk of taking part in the scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible. You're saying two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders. I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on this case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Kionda.
And it only looked like one person, because that's how the true killer designed it to look.
And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
The debates up till now, the way the case is unfolded, when you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems to fit.
Oh, holy shit. Man, it's gonna be real embarrassing if I'm wrong.
Got it. It was Celeste.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke. A joke, I wonder. So, what are you saying? Is that I specifically chose to work together with Fufumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him that would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot. Pardon, moi. Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it. Is that so?
The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand was Celeste and Ifumi.
Hey, Makoto, could I have this one?
Yeah, sure. Here you go, bud.
The adults are talking now. As she said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual.
Are you saying that everything they told us was a lie?
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up to the third floor. She let out a blood-curdling scream. Once she'd done her part of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
I'm pretty sure they showed that cutscene like 8 times.
Definitely.
It was to get us to divide into 2 groups so that we could discover both bodies at the same time?
And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on, that was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the 3rd floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have been carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. Hey, can I have the baton back, Tagami?
Okay, just don't hold it too long. Everybody was so impressed by how cool I was being.
Yeah. Meanwhile, everybody else was like playing Game Boy or something.
Hey, Tagami, I'm really impressed by it.
Ugh, straight. When we found Fumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead, unless you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds. Hina, you were with Celeste when Fumi's body disappeared, right? Yeah, I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. She just saw a chance to help Fumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece itself isn't much by itself, but starting to put them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
Here's the baton back.
Wouldn't you agree, Celeste? Nice pass. I have no idea what you mean. Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake. Oh, did I? I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that one little slip-up was your undoing. Oh, what are you talking about? I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office. I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it. Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were the first to discover Taki's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed, so Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste and the 4 of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Kiyondo being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I really don't get what it might means.
Oh my god, shut up. You hear that,
That's fair.
Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right? All I said was, they must be really enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightening and confused? They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die just like those guys died. And that is all I said. And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What's so strange about Celeste's comment? We are going to die just like those guys.
No, that's wrong! Alright, baton over to me. That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys?
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that? What about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away? If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist? Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away? What could you possibly mean by that? Surely there are other explanations that the one you've offered up? No, there's no other explanation.
Got it. It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Ifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Ifumi dragging the suspect away.
Eh? The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. Huh. Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away. Ridiculous. Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all. Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
You dressed me up in the suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that. And the fortune-telling area is the culprit after all.
No, oh no way! So you figured me out.
There's no way they could stand...
Yeah, this one.
I wasn't paying attention. Oh god.
No, that's wrong.
I was paying attention
You were paying attention.
I was paying attention to my beautiful friend Derp's voice.
Wow. No, that's wrong. It's not a beautiful friend named Derp. It's your beautiful bestie friend named Derp.
Yippee!
Yippee! No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. That's right. They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate? Checkmate? Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Celeste?
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem. We haven't forgotten where Hifumi told us as he lay dying.
Yeah, Yasuhiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Kugure.
Agakure, but wait, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro, it's actually Bob.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro? What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive. How did he refer to each of us? Fuck if I remember.
Mr. Naegi.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that one's a little bit hard, just in general, so. That's right, our last names. He called us all by our last names.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So, if Ifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure. I'm sure it was just incidental, by chance. He just, his first name?
I think just in like Japanese, I think he just says like Naegi Dono, last name Dono. That's why like he does the Mr. and Mrs. But because it would be obvious if he did the Mr. and Mrs. here, I don't think he did the Mr. and Mrs. And also because technically he didn't say Dono, he ran out of energy. So Fumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to. And that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you take false accusations so far. I don't know whether to laugh or spit. I don't know if your idiotic blather. Yoshihiro is a loser name. Do I look like a loser to you? Well, do I? What? I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay then, fill us in. What's your real name?
Fine, to make your earholes wide open and listen up. My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again? Fume was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yashihiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name...
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is... Celeste Ludenberg! God damn it! How long do you plan to go on pretending? I'm not pretending, it's the truth! And since you have no way to contradict me, that's the only truth there is, moron! Oh man, if only...
Is there any way to make her face the truth?
Oh, sure.
Thank God Giri told me this last minute. God, what would I do without Giri? Probably die.
I'm not pretending, it's the truth! And since you have no way to contradict...
No, that's wrong. I wouldn't die.
You know what? This just goes more into the Monokuma is transphobic thing, but he didn't update the handbook to have her chosen
Oh yeah,
name.
I'm pretty sure if you look at Ishimaru Kiyanda's handbook, it still says Ishimaru Kiyotaka. Fucked up. That's it. The handbook.
What?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
The invasion of privacy? I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, Can you please just tell us what really happened? Please. Just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again from the beginning and shed light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
Can I pause this? Can I pause it? Can I pause it? Can I pause it? Does this actually pause it? Yes. Excellent. Be back from the bathroom.
All right. There she goes. Off to piss.
Hello, this is Tony, and thank you very much for watching. In the description, you can find links to my Ko-fi, and also links to information if you'd be interested in commissioning me, whether that be for voice work, PNG tubers, GIFs, or whatever else you might be interested using my talents for. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited for them quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
As soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined by our search by Byakuya and Toko, and we went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office,
When Celeste told us that we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
and then at that point, we decided to divide into 2 groups. Celestina and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
meanwhile, we had just discovered Yondo's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
That's when I told you guys about Hifumi. The 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. Right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who arrived after us, and she told us something very surprising.
Blah, 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 blah.
That's right. Ba 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 ba.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed down the equipment room, so we hurried back again. Blah, 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 blah.
It's a little bit much since we also listened to Sakura to like listen to another recounting of
It's
stuff.
so
Like, I
silly.
understand. It's a little confusing. I get it, but I'm like, oh my god.
But when
Do you guys comprehend the murder? Go ahead.
But when we got there, we discovered that now Kiondo's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time, Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
Oh, we didn't say anything that time? Okay, cool.
That sounds really complicated. Damn, guys. I'm really happy you all explained it for me, because... Oof, I wasn't there. Thanks, y'all.